Good stuff. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Excellent.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Very exciting.
Well, you've only been badgering for about 6 months, so...
Well, it's a bit overdue, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. We wanted to get all the shit guests out of the way first.
Well, you know.
Yeah, good.
You like the new two? Stu? Mike?
Which two, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stu, wow.
Yeah.
Stu. That's Stuart, actually, but, yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Oh, hang on. I've turned you off now.
Oh, well, you can hear us, right?
Oh. Yeah, hang on. I see you there. Right, good. I'm just going to try and turn the volume up.
Have you got your thumb over the microphone on your phone, Emma?
No.
It's very interesting that you say that, Stuart. Quite often when she like Facebook calls me, it's very muffled, and she claims to not
Shut up.
be
This is on the
holding the
tablet.
microphone.
I've got you on the tablet, not my phone.
That's better.
And is the tablet? Is it underwater?
No. I'm not in the bath.
Should we try that, just in case? Right. No more dicking about.
Really?
Well, maybe. They might like it that way down in Bristol. Let's just do a podcast, everyone.
Yay!
Oh,
Yay.
cute, unenthusiastic yays. Love it.
Michael, what are you doing?
What's that, mate? Sorry?
What are you doing with your smartwatch?
I was just looking. So.
Is this instead of the phone now?
No. Can't find out all the interesting and specific information on there.
It is.
I've got some company sent me a cheap Fitbit.
It is worth mentioning.
A Fitbit knockoff.
I got a new kind of smartwatch kind of thing for my birthday. It's a Garmin Vivo Active 3. And my WhatsApps and texts and stuff come up on it, and I am worried about one day I'm going to be marking some kid's work, sitting there talking to him about the work, and something appalling is going to flash up on my phone from you.
What time do you mark?
Just joking. I never mark the kids' work.
They're all just C's.
Yeah.
And then you mark them as well.
It's probably my best intro ever, that bit.
You take it away, mate.
Mamma mia, it's me, Mario. Welcome to episode 46 of FRUK Unwrapped, the official podcast of Food Review UK. Put your thumbs on your index and middle fingers because it's time to talk Italian. But first, if he was a pasta, he'd be a farfalle because they look a little bit like bow ties and he's one classy motherfucker. It's Stuart Bullock.
Right.
Yeah, pronunciation. Don't worry about it.
No,
Move
right.
on.
I mean, it's literally the worst pasta it is. But also, I think it is slang in Italian as well for ladies' private parts.
Really? Wow. Is that the food?
Yes, I'm fairly certain that because there was a woman who taught at our school for a while, who was a supply teacher, and she was of Italian descent, and she got into trouble for talking about her. It's either a farfalle or it's like a farfallina or something. I think it might be farfallina.
I mean, I didn't intend that to be
that's
aimed
what you
at you,
think,
but
but
actually
that's-
now finding out it's
Yeah.
I probably would have still carried on if I'd known that.
It works, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I would have changed that. How are you doing, Stuart? You've been on holiday.
I have been on holiday. I've been to France. It was very nice.
Is that near France?
France is near France, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, language barrier.
Sorry, that's fine. You've been away. But good time?
I had,
Good time was had by all?
I had a lovely time. Had some lovely food, some lovely beer.
What was the best thing you ate or drank?
The best thing I ate was possibly some prawn skewers that I barbecued from got them from a fish market, and I barbecued them at the campsite. The best thing I drank was a Cloudwater beer that someone on the campsite had brought with them from Manchester.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. Glad to have you back. I've missed you. It's been 3 weeks since we've recorded, and I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. In fact, I almost came back from my holiday early because I missed you so much.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's true, though, is it?
And then I came back, and the first thing that you called me was a CUNT. So,
did I?
Well, in Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, let's move on. If our next host was a pasta, he'd be a Fiore because they look like arseholes. It's Michael Jameson.
Well, I think that's a shame, but I would actually never be a pastor because I wouldn't like to associate myself with the church. So,
What?
Of course, works on many levels. That Italian, obviously near the Vatican, Italy and the Vatican City, obviously connected with the Catholic Church there. But also, pasta is a type of religious person. So very good.
Now,
very good.
There's going to be some great references here. There's going to be some very quick wit. You're not going to have time to explain them all to some of the less intelligent listeners. So just let me go.
Ah.
What? Emma, you're not a listener. You're one of the people on it.
It's very clear that you're not a listener. And speaking of, and finally, just like the Italian mafia, tonight is a family affair as we welcome on Michael's sister. I'm going to keep this intro short as I know she really wants to gush about all her favourite parts of the last 2 years of this podcast. It's Emma Thompson.
Yeah, it's not a quiz on that, is it?
Oh, there might be one just for you. How are you doing, Emma?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is very exciting.
Oh, it's nice to know that someone's excited. First things first, and I like to ask all the guests that come on here who have known him longer than me, what's the worst thing about Michael Jameson?
The worst thing.
Yeah, hard to answer. She doesn't even know how to answer, so just move on. Probably
got a lot to pick from. Probably.
Difficult one. So much, I think.
Good.
He's just annoying, but in actual fact, he's probably better now than he was in his teens. No, not even in his teens. Like as a probably how old? 9. Just absolutely ridiculously. What? I don't know. I can't even. There are no words. Annoying.
No, I think most of us know there's no words for Michael Jameson.
I mean, just used to look up all my friends' skirts all the time at school.
Yeah, lad.
Literally, don't know why this is happening. It's just weird. Definitely don't. I don't really think I did that, to be honest.
Was he crawling around on the floor, or was it like a mirror situation that he had like on his shoe or something?
No, we just get down on his knees and just lift up from the skirt and just have a look.
Hang the fuck on. This categorically did never happen. Like
you did though. Yeah, you did.
So first of all, I do not remember this. I should certainly say that. I do remember watching cartoons back then. I have never sexually assaulted anyone. I want to make that very fucking clear.
This is starting to sound very similar to Kevin Spacey's apology.
Yeah, literally. Can we not spread vicious rumours that I lifted up girls' skirts? That is mentally inappropriate. I remember sitting on one of your friends' laps, and that was it. And I believe I was invited.
I don't remember that.
I think my favourite thing about this is, oh, Emma, tell us what's the worst thing about MJ. Oh, I can't really think. He's a bit annoying. Oh, by the way, he's also a sex pest.
Yeah. Side note.
The escalation there was beautiful. I've obviously joked about it there. We often give you shit for campaigning to come on despite not listening. So honestly, how often do you listen to the show?
I've listened to one.
I didn't even know it was as few as that. That is absolutely absurd.
Liar. I told you, and you were like, oh, that's fine. You've listened to one, so now you can come on.
Yeah, but you're supposed to want to listen to more.
Yeah, I know. It's just time.
We've got guests queuing up who listen on the rig. Poor Bong Lungs. He's been campaigning hard to come on the show. He listens every week. He watches all the videos, and you're just taking up space from a true fan.
You listened to Yvette Fielding's podcast this week?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Of course you have.
Sorry, Yvette Fielding does a podcast.
Can we not slate of it? I've got her lined up for December.
No, seriously, it is one of the funniest podcasts you will listen to. It's not about ghosts. It's just funny.
It's not about
honestly.
It's not about ghosts.
It's like our early stuff, Blue Peter.
No, honestly, you can't knock it till you tried it.
Oh, I absolutely will not. Yeah.
No, you got it. So funny.
What was the one episode you listened to out of interest?
It was Buffet Foods.
Buffet Foods, which was just the three of us, wasn't it? I don't think it was a guest on that one. That was the infamous bollocks on
on the buffet table. Yeah.
Absolutely. And also the birth of Claire. So and that didn't make you want to listen to more. Amazing. One of our best shows ever.
And I will say it was very difficult to decide which one to. I can't even remember now. I think it was a toss-up between that one and barbecue, maybe barbecue foods.
That was only a couple of weeks ago, I think, wasn't it? That was Callum Johnson.
Don't have to only listen to one. You are allowed to listen to more than one. So don't. We arranged this probably 2 months ago. Don't say in the last 2 months you've only had 2 hours spare to listen. Like, you can even listen to it whilst cleaning or cooking or whatever it is that women do. Joke. I'm playing into the lift and skirt persona that Emma's built for me.
I mean, don't worry. After Thursday, I'm sure Emma will have listened to 2 episodes.
Oh, I'm sure she'll listen to the one that she's in, yeah.
No, I will listen to more. I promise. That's my pledge of today. All right.
Well, as a avid listener of the show, and an episode that didn't feature this whatsoever, one thing we like to do with new guests is we like to ask them random questions.
Love it. Fire away.
Right. So you need to give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10, and I will throw those questions at you.
Okay.
So any number between 1 and
10. Number 1.
Number 1. Would you rather eat chocolate-flavoured poo or poo-flavoured chocolate? Classic.
Oh, like Hershey's. Oh, man.
Technically covers both there.
Yeah, exactly. Difficult one. What's
really.
The second one?
Chocolate-flavoured poo or poo-flavoured chocolate. You'd rather have poo-flavoured chocolate.
Reversed, you see.
Correct. Absolutely. Good choice. I'm glad we finally got there. Any number between 2 and 10, please.
Let's go for number 2.
Oh, I've got a pattern going on here. Do you have any weird food quirks?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Look up their skirts?
No, definitely not.
Does she, Michael?
I don't know.
In the family. Food quirk? No, not really. I love food, but I don't think I've got any funny quirks. No. Pass. Boring, sorry.
We'll find out the truth from Mark later. And one more number, please, between 3 and 10.
Let's go 7.
7. Do you have a sweet or savoury tooth?
All sweet. Well, both, but more sweet, definitely.
More sweet. What's your favourite thing that's sweet? Like, are you a chocolate person, or is it something else?
No, all cakes, biscuits, chocolate, sweets, everything.
Amazing.
I'm terrible. Not so much sweets, more chocolate, like cakes, biscuits. If I've covered one of each a day, then I'm happy.
You get your 5 a day of your sweet tooth.
Exactly, yeah.
Good stuff.
Nate, I know I'm overstepping the mark a little bit here.
Yeah, no, please step on all over Mark.
But you asking Emma about food quirks got me thinking, what would I actually say for that? And I haven't thought about this in...
Anyway, let's move on to...
I know what yours would be.
Yeah, go on.
Well, dipping his chicken nuggets in his milkshake. Always done that.
Yeah, lad.
Go on, Mike. What's your
that one is true. No, I haven't thought about this in years. Something I used to do I used to put butter on a slice of like white bread, like normal white bread, and then microwave it for a little bit.
What?
Do you still do that?
Yeah, mental, isn't it? I just thought of that. That is so weird. I'm gonna have to try that again.
Why? What? Sorry, why?
Just toast it.
Well, it melts the butter, and you got like a hot, sort of wet bit of bread.
Wangy.
So did
Remember the word wangy?
Wangy.
Wangy?
Yeah.
Not really.
You don't remember wangy?
It sounds like fairly certain that's one of his stuffed toys.
That was Celia Smith's word for toast, which has gone floppy.
Oh right, yeah, no, that does ring a faint bell.
Yeah.
Well, it would. It's floppy. So did you spread the butter first, or did you have like a little lump in the middle and then let that sort of like?
No, I seem to remember I spread the butter first, and then popped it in the microwave, and then it all melted, and the butter obviously melted, and it was just hot. I'll have to do a food review of it soon.
Yeah, please do. I'd like to see. I would have thought that having like a blob of butter in the middle, if you're going to do this, have that in the middle, because then you could easily spread that, or spread it easier.
Nah, it's about the absorption of the butter onto the bread, I think.
Interesting. This is quite bizarre. This is up there with floppy bacon stuff.
Emma's not the only one that can reveal embarrassing facts about me. I can do it too. And again, I'm not saying that the lifting up of skirts
is fact.
It's not a fact.
But you are saying it is embarrassing.
I was thinking about this after our WhatsApp conversations that we had on the subject of pegging and scat yesterday. that I fully expect you to be like a full-on deviant, Michael. Like, I can't imagine. I can't. And see, I wouldn't expect it of Claire, but she must be as well, because I think you probably do horrible things.
Yeah, I'm very defensive. No, I'm very. I think anyone should be allowed and feel free to do anything they want, as long as it's all safe and legal.
What are we talking about here?
Pegging.
Pegging's fine. I personally not into it, but fine, whatever.
I mean, we're saying this word like we know for a fact that Emma knows. Emma, do you know what pegging is?
Well, I did pegging at my wedding, but
oh my lord!
What is it?
Round boy.
Shall I Google it?
I did pegging at my wedding.
Was it a treat for him? Was
it? Special day.
Our birthdays, anniversaries, and Christmas.
He's asked for a divorce just so he can get another one in.
I've gone. I've completely gone.
Are you searching? Are you searching, Emma, or would you like us to inform you?
No, I'm going to Google it. Hang on. What is legging? That's not right.
No, pegging with a P. Head straight to Urban Dictionary. I've never seen Stuart laugh so much.
I might actually die. I did pegging at my wedding. during the service.
Oh, no. No, I'm not into that.
Cool. I don't know where were we?
So I just revealed my thoughts on pegging. I think scat is again, a lot of deviations, if you will, elicit a gross reaction. You can't help what you're into. If you like poo play, then fine. The consideration I'd have with that one is that it's obviously there's an element of danger because of the bacteria found in poo. So As long as everyone's performing it in a safe way and everyone's willing, fill your boots.
With scat.
For anyone who's into that as well.
What a conversation! I mean, guys, you're listening to the Food Review UK podcast, and we've definitely gone into Urban Dictionary. It's sorry about that, guys. I think to get us back on board, Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yes, Quivia, times of place Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yes, Quivia, times of place Quivia. It's like a cross between some trivia and a quiz and a such. It stands for proper two of those two aforementioned words. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yes, Quivia, times of place Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yes, Quivia, times of place Quivia.
Wow.
Christ almighty. Well, if we do a best of, that's fucking going in, isn't it?
That's the title of the podcast anyway. I did pegging at my wedding. What did you do at your wedding that you thought was that you called pegging?
Well, you get a pack of pegs. And you literally go around pegging people without them knowing. So you could have a bloke with a suit on with about 10 pegs on the back. Like, it's hilarious. So funny.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, it is actually hilarious, to be fair, because just people randomly have pegs on them.
But we actually got like all the bar staff doing it in the end. It was quite funny. They were like literally pegging all the...
Poor Stuart. Stuart might quit after this.
You edit.
Anyway, I've entitled tonight's Quivia Pastel a Quizda.
I get it.
It's just a nice general knowledge quiz. No gimmicks tonight, guys and gals. So, if you are ready. Italy are, naturally, the nation that eats the most pasta. According to the International Pasta Organization, if the annual amount of pasta eaten in Italy were consumed in spaghetti form, how many kilometres of spaghetti would one need? I'm going to start with MJ on this. So do you understand the question?
The average bowl of spaghetti would reach approximately 8 to 9 meters. Meters into kilometers is, of course, 1,000, or kilometers. So that's about 100. 100 bowls of pasta is 1 kilometer. So I would say Italians have at least double that per year. Is it?
Per year, yeah.
Per year. Okay, so per year, population of Italy is 4 million. So they all have pasta every single day. So 4 million becomes 52 times 4, 200 million. 200 million. So 200 million kilometers.
Okay. So MJ says 200 km, 200 million km. Sorry.
Sounds
Stuart?
a lot. Now that I've said the
I was up around there. I've plucked a figure of 150 million kilometres out of.
Are you going to stick with that?
Why not?
Sticking with that?
Why not?
Okay. Not 199 point.
No, because I think it might even be more.
Oh, okay. Still goes less. Anyway.
I'm going less. Because I don't doubt they eat more pasta than everybody else, but I don't think they eat it every day.
Okay.
I'm going to say 100 million.
100 mils kms. Okie dokie. Number 2. Sticking with the International Pasta Organisation,
Correct.
In which place did the UK finish for pasta consumption per capita?
If you
in the 2014 survey.
Per capita.
If you get a bigger saucepan or container, whatever you're cooking the pasta in, that will actually prevent sticking. So you don't need to stick with the International Pasta Organisation
Right.
still.
Yeah, I've got my answer.
I'm glad we started that joke. Stuart.
Fourth.
I'll start with you.
Fourth.
Huh?
Fourth.
Emma? So, sticking with them, don't make the same joke. In which place did the UK finish for pasta consumption per capita in their 2014 survey? Sixth. And Mr. Michael Jameson.
So just to be explicitly clear, who eats the most pasta, basically?
Well,
but where are England out of all the people who eat the most?
yeah,
pasta
Italy are top, so you know it's at least second.
Okay, Nate. So
The
here's a
most
bonus
second.
point for you. So it goes Italy 1, America 2. Did you say England or UK?
UK.
Germany 3rd.
Germany.
Yeah. And UK 4th.
Okay, we've already got a fourth. Are you happy to stick with doubling up?
I'll sit right there.
Okay. Number 3. In 2008, Francesco Boggian.
Yep.
Boggian.
Correct.
Broke the record for most tortelloni made in 3 minutes.
Correct.
Yep.
How many did he make? And I should clarify, all the pasta was made and rolled manually. There was no machinery involved, I understand. Emma, I'm going to start with you. How many tortelloni did Francesco Boggian make in 3 minutes in 2008?
Oh, in 3 minutes.
180 seconds.
Just in a calculator.
I'm gonna go 900.
I've just calculated a number that is barely an eighth of that, and I'm thinking that's absurdly high.
Really?
Hang on.
Very quick though.
That's locked in now.
I mean, in 180 seconds, you're
divided by
basically...
300 a minute, 3 a second.
It's 5 every second. It's 1 every 0.2 of a second.
Done.
Oh wait, look at that.
Do you know what, Emma? I'm feeling charitable. I'll let you have a second stab at it.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. That is
No.
wildly ridiculous.
800.
You can't. I would wager that apart from saying something or repeatedly hitting something, you couldn't do anything 900 times per minute.
Right, what did you have it at? 5 seconds. That 5 seconds.
How many did he make in 180 seconds?
Right.
I will give you a clue. It's less than 900.
Right, stop. Okay.
Or shouldn't.
I'm gonna go.
Didn't really need
200.
How many?
200.
200.
Yeah.
Okay. MJ.
So I think a very generous suggestion would be that he was able.
Yes.
Francesco, yeah.
He was able to make 2.5 a second. I think that's fairly generous. I'm going to change my answer though, which that would be 150. I think he could only make 2.175 every second. So if we times that by 180, 391 and a half.
Stuart.
199.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Wait, hang on. How have I got to that?
Because you're as much of an idiot as your sister.
Because you said 2.17 times 180. You're saying he's doing 2.17 every second.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Can I change my answer, mate?
Makes you think.
Nope.
Makes you wonder whether it's genetic.
Yeah. 4. What day is World Pasta Day?
Oh.
Michael.
Why are you laughing?
Just funny, isn't it?
Stop Googling, Michael.
No, why are you laughing?
Michael, stop Googling.
Not fucking Googling, mate. Why are you laughing?
Just because the way I said it, I think. Just
You're such a dickhead. I bet it's like today or something.
No.
Oh,
I promise you, I'm looking now.
Evil man.
There is. I don't need the year, obviously, because it's every year. Just what day in the calendar?
Okay.
I know it, by the way.
Oh, you prick. Of course you do. What's your birthday, Stuart?
12th of July. AKA World Pasta Day. Battle of the Boyne.
12th of July.
Okay. I'm not looking forward to marking this one, to be honest, because I need to find out who's closer. Stuart.
May the 17th.
May the 17th.
Shut up. Does Stuart know that? That's stupid.
Emma.
I am going to say, I think I read it this week. Could be wrong, but I think it's this week. I'm going to say August the 19th.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When the listeners are listening to this, it won't be yesterday then.
Yesterday. Question 5, final question. A fan favourite of children and New Zealanders, when did Heinz first release a can of spaghetti hoops into the world? Stuart. What year?
1957.
1957. Emma, when was the first can of hoops out there?
I reckon it was 1963.
1963. And finally, Michael.
Very embarrassing for both of them there. Stuart, of course, has gone for 1957, a reference to the magic number of Heinz, which is 57.
Yeah.
However, that actually refers to the original number of varieties of products that they sold when they entered stores in 1953. Of those 57 products, the Hoops was not one of them, and the Hoops debuted 1 year later in 1954. The answer, Nate, I can confirm, is 1954.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You've all done tremendously well.
I know.
And here are the answers.
Hello, it's MJ. You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped. Please leave us a review on iTunes and check out our other exploits, which does include our Instagram page at FRUKgram and our Twitter page at Food Review UK. And hey, we've got lots of awesome videos on YouTube. Thanks a lot for your support.
The nation, sorry, not the nation, Italy. If you were to blend all of its pasta and make a monster spaghetti string, it would measure 600 kilometers, enough to go around the world 15,000 times. So the winner there.
No. Enough to go around the world how many times?
15,000 times.
Right. The diameter, the circumference of the world is more than 600 kilometers, Nathan.
Yeah, correct.
600 million kilometers.
Ah, right, okay. I mean, that's not what you said, but yeah.
I mean, I do apologise. I'm fairly certain I said million, but
you didn't.
Definitely. Listen, it's 2019. I believe I said it, and we all know that my beliefs are equal to facts. So, move on. Where did the?
That was me that won that bit, was it?
It was, yeah. Where did the United Kingdom fall onto the consumption per capita survey of 2014? Well, I can tell you. I can give you the top 3, and then I'll give you another 2 if you need them. Top 1, Italy. Number 2, I think Michael Jameson said America.
Correct.
So close. It was actually Tunisia. In 3rd, I believe you said Germany, correct?
Correct.
Also known as Venezuela. In fact, the United Kingdom placed a mere 46th on the list.
Wow.
Jesus, that means Emma gets the points.
Emma gets the points.
Oh.
Thank you. Thanks.
Michael and Emma currently level pegging.
See?
Oh, that's a video I want to... No.
No.
You will be stunned to find out that Francesco Boggian did not make 900. He did not make 391. He did not make 199. He made a slightly depressing now 25.
Oh, God.
I could do it quicker than that.
Well, all right then. There's a challenge for you, mate. See if you can break the record.
All right, I will do.
It's only been around for 11 years. I'm sure it must be easy to break.
I already broke a world record this week, actually.
Oh, 4?
Sort of. I came second, actually. My friend and I had a keep a whole almond in your mouth for as long as possible game. Not a game, but it was a Guinness World Record attempt. We just didn't have an adjudicator. He managed just shy of 3 hours. He had a whole almond in his mouth. I managed like 9 minutes.
Bizarre. I genuinely don't know if this was a bit or not.
Very, very boring. That's why I had to eat it so quickly.
World Pasta Day is on the 25th of October.
Oh,
no.
stupid Emma again.
So Emma takes that one. And the final question, a fan favourite of children and New Zealanders. Heinz first released its can of spaghetti hoops into the world in 19. So you're all halfway there. 26.
Wow. Bet the Peppa Pig ones weren't around then, though.
You're probably correct. That's probably your best answer. So Stuart there with the meager 1 point.
Wow.
MJ and Emma on 2 each. So we have a tie-break situation. And for once, I have a tie-break question for you.
And Stuart lost. Fucking hell.
It's obviously not into his Italian food. Tie-break question. It's a nice, straightforward, simple one.
Easy.
What is the population of Italy? And what I'm going to do...
Michael's already said it.
I'm going to ask you to message me separately.
Oh, wow.
We don't have any...
Emma can't do that. She's using a phone to Skype. If she tries to message us, she'll...
Next time on tablet, it's fine.
Oh, so you can do it on the phone, yeah. So if you just message me on Facebook, Emma, and if Michael could message me on...
Prove I'm not using Google.
Sorry, what was it? Population.
Yeah, population of Italy.
What's the population of England?
It's how many people live there.
It's also irrelevant.
Oh, God. I hate these games.
It's about 900.
25.
I like that MJ showed you that he wasn't Googling and then has now sat on his phone forever while he's trying to type out a fucking number.
Here we go.
I'm going to send an answer in as well.
I've got it wrong.
Okay, I've got MJ's. I'm now waiting for Emma's.
Oh, no, hang on. Oh, I hate
10.
I've now got Stuart's.
8.
And something's just come through. Okay, so I will give you the answers that have been given to me. Stuart has given me 60 million, 60. However, the two finalists, Emma has given me 16, 16.
People, 16 people.
16 million. Oh. Sorry, I didn't realise I had to
say million again.
Always say million, yeah. And Michael Jameson has given me 18.23 million. The correct answer is...
Just out of interest, how many people do you both think live in the UK? Or Michael?
Me?
Yeah.
Me or Emma?
You both of you?
I personally think it's too obvious to answer, so I'm certainly not.
20 something.
No, 20 million, innit?
Alright.
20 plus.
20 plus, yep.
I reckon it's less than Italy, though.
If 20 plus, 20 tops.
You reckon it's 20 plus, but it's less than Italy, and you said 16 million people in Italy?
No, Italy's less. Even though it's a bigger country.
Well.
Anyway, let's get to the answer. The answer is 60.59 million, which means that Stuart wins, but he doesn't really. In fact, Michael wins.
Ridiculous.
The brain of Quivia retains his title. Have they ever won before? I sort of don't remember winning, just because I always feel so much shame from losing.
It's fairly rare. It's not particularly common.
I'm happy with that. Finished my cider as well.
It's kind of the way I like it, in fact. But hey ho. Right then, tonight is about Italian food. Let's get talking about Italian food, mamma mia, and all that. I'm going to lead in pasta versus pizza.
Wow.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah,
Where's your? Let's harken back to the food mascot days. Which wins? No, let's not do that. But yeah, no. What do we prefer, pasta versus pizza? I'm going to start with Emma, seeing as she's the guest and the person that picked this subject.
It's tough, isn't it? Tough one, that.
No,
Very.
no, it's not.
No,
It's not
Yeah,
tough.
very easy. Very, very easy.
Let her talk, gentlemen.
Well, it's easy for
Please.
you.
This is
It's
good
really
content.
difficult because, yeah, like I say, everyone loves pizza. It's a bit more convenient, I guess.
Michael.
What
Michael.
Sorry.
are you doing?
I was going to show off some Blu-rays, but it's way too loud to get them out.
Yeah, come on, Emma. You got to make a decision.
I think
You're
I'm going to have to pick pizza.
You can have pizza.
Yeah.
What?
Just leave it at that.
I mean, everyone loves bread. Bit of dough,
Everyone
bit
loves
of
bread.
tomato.
Yeah.
It's just nice.
It's nice. Michael Stewart, please.
So, pizza is the correct answer. Reason being, it is indulgent, delicious, rich. The cheese is amazing, creamy, come in all different forms. They have the intense, like a proper stone-baked pizza will have that intense, almost burned, charred crust. It could be chewy, it could be crispy, it could be crunchy. And then you get these magical and wonderful toppings that could be completely varied. You could have something like chicken and rosemary and fennel sausage.
You could say all that about pasta.
You could say they're crispy, chewy, and it's got charred bits.
No, but you could have different toppings, different pastas. Like the variation is as much as pizza.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. For sure the toppings. But these rich ingredients, the oil seeps into the cheese, seeps into the bread, seeps into the tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is rich, and it's amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, I like pasta. Don't get me wrong. Sorry. So for anyone who don't know what just happened, Stuart knows that I get distracted very easily, and I happen to have become obsessed with Spider-Gwen, and Stuart is literally holding up a Spider-Gwen Funko. What are they called? Heads.
Pint-size hero.
Pint-size hero. That's probably the best one I've seen actually. Yeah, pasta can be wonderful. For me, pasta doesn't have anywhere near the same amount of enjoyment, at least in the texture. Also, a layer of cheese on a pizza is a very concentrated thing. You get a layer of cheese. You don't necessarily get that so much with pasta dishes. And yeah, probably my least favourite thing about pasta is the lack of texture. They tend to just be quite sloppy and rarely have crispy bits.
Stuart, can you now give me the correct answer?
So, can you just repeat the question? Sorry.
Pasta versus pizza.
Right. What? But I mean, that's. What would I prefer to eat? I prefer pizza, but I eat a lot more pasta.
I'm Stu on that one, definitely.
Who's Stu? Sorry, who's Stu?
I like stew.
Hey?
But we're talking about pasta and pizza at the moment. Stews. Stuart likes to be known as Stuart. He takes offence from stew, I'm afraid. It's very annoying.
A northern thing.
Oh, so
there's a naming thing.
So why do you have more pasta than
pizza
then?
I'm not continuing.
Pizza.
I'm not continuing until Emma apologises.
Oh God! Well, you picked on me the other day about hula hoops.
Did I? Oh yeah. Because you're behaving like a child.
Why? Everyone else is popping hula hoops.
Hula hoops are a children's crisp.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was out of a choice.
Right.
What
And
would go and buy.
there were grown-up crisps, and then there were children's crisps.
I quite like children's crisps.
Right.
On Bear?
Can we? I don't really know where we go from this. This
I
is
think
okay.
Can we is just like the best thing I've ever heard. Like, no, 2 words and it said everything.
Right, pasta. I eat more pasta than pizza. One, because pizza is unhealthy, and pizza consumption needs to be moderated. And pasta, we always have pasta in the house. It's a super, super easy meal. More often than not, pasta will be a functional meal. I do sometimes make some nicer pasta meals. For example, I make a nice pasta with crab and tomatoes and shallots. However, most of the time, pasta tends to be either a fresh pasta, so like for example, a butternut squash and sage girasol with just a bit of extra virgin olive oil and some Parmesan cheese and salt and pepper, or it'll be pasta and pesto. And
you can't beat a pasta and pesto.
No, pasta, pesto, cheese, great,
It's got to be
easy.
homemade though.
What, the pesto?
Yeah.
I haven't got time for making pesto.
Fucking takes 5 minutes.
I was going to say, is it not really straightforward?
Too busy
Really
listening.
straightforward.
Too busy listening to my friend's podcast, Emma. I don't have time to make pesto.
The friends that call you Stuart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like pizza, but I don't know. Well documented that the UK pizza scene is fairly crap, and as such, I'm just a bit more into pasta. I feel like I probably eat pasta every day and not get bored of it, whereas pizza's just become a little bit drab in this country, and we don't do homemade ones by any means, and when we do, as you know,
they're shit.
Well, you've not tried one, mate, so please don't. But yeah, no, obviously I do enjoy pizza, but I just feel, coming back to episode 1, the versatility of pasta is absolutely my. Actually, it's episode 2, wasn't it? Is very much key for me. MJ doesn't like the texture. I love that texture. For a man who is so intent on eating his meal in order, I do love a meal which actually challenges me.
Psycho.
Not to do that.
Psycho.
What?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What? So sorry. Are you kidding me right now? So you say as soon as you're challenged to not do that and you're forced to eat it together, you enjoy it more?
No, I like that it allows me to put my insecurities. I mean, come on, a minute ago you were saying that we shouldn't kink shame people, but apparently you're quirk shaming people. That's all right. It's consensual. Me and the meal are both fine with this arrangement. If I want to eat it in that order and the meal is allowing me to do so, then let me. What I do in the privacy of my own kitchen and dining room is up to me.
I think I ate my meal in a particular order at my wedding.
Which was
pegging?
Was it starter, the main, and then dessert?
Yeah.
So something like a pasta dish or a stew, not Stuart, or something like that, where it's all together. I quite like just giving my brain a rest for the night and just going, there you go, son. Just have a spoonful and not think about it. Stop being the loser that you've been for 40 years and just eat food like a normal person. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of pasta because of that.
What about stew? What if the stew was accompanied by mashed potato?
Oh, I would absolutely eat the mashed potato first.
What if the stew had big chunks of potato in it?
Some stews I do sometimes eat the veg in a particular order if there are particular items in the stew that I like less. So, for example, I don't know, if there's leeks in there or something, I'm not a mad fan of leeks, I'll probably just get rid of them first. But eventually you get to a point where there's a mass of things that I'll eat together, but Potatoes, I tend to get out of there early doors.
So do you have it on the side or on top?
On top of what?
Would you have your stew on top of the mashed potato, or would you have it on the side?
It would probably be on the side. We tend to have just a big old bowl of stew. We don't tend to have it with mashed potato that often. But if in the scenario there was a plate of it and it was to the side of it, I would have the mashed potato. But I mean, obviously, if the stew has been poured all over the mashed potato, then I would have to deal with the fact that I'm eating a little bit of stew with mashed potato. I don't know why we're talking about stew so much. It's the Italian episode. This episode's derailed fast. Let's move on. Outside of the pasta and pizza, any other Italian dishes that we like? I mean, they are the big hitters, but you know, what else outside of those two do we associate with the Italian world, and what do we enjoy? Anybody can jump in.
I just love all Italian food. Bruschetta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garlic bread, the Italian style garlic bread, mozzarella cheese sort of garlic bread is sort of phenomenal.
Have you been to Italy and had garlic bread?
Sort of.
No.
In Prezzo. So I think Italian cuisine has got some key flavour combinations and indeed key ingredients. Basil is a tremendous herb, a wonderful little brother or sister of the mint family. Well, it's within the mint family, I should say, rather.
Cousin.
Yeah. If you think about it and think about the flavours of mint and basil, you'll actually realise, oh bloody hell, they are actually quite similar. Very interesting fact. Mozzarella cheese, of course. Pesto. Pesto is just obviously a tremendous ingredient. I feel like rosemary is quite attributable to the Italians.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful herb.
What about dishes, though? Have you got any other Italian dishes?
Would you say lasagna fits into pasta dish?
I mean, it involves pasta, yeah.
It's a pasta bake, but yeah, I mean, lasagna is obviously one of the, well, probably just simply the best comfort food. Stuart, I'm not going to look at you when I'm saying this, because your thoughts on your vile interpretation of lasagna is well versed.
Yeah, we'll address this in a minute. Stuart, what about you? Any what non-pasta pizza Italian are you into?
I'll start with a savoury dish. You often get this in Italian restaurants. Delicious chicken livers cooked in masala wine. I bloody love. If I go to an Italian restaurant and they've got chicken livers on for a starter, I am eating the chicken livers.
What's the texture like?
Beautiful.
What is it?
Hello, Stu and Emma, but not MJ.
Really, really good. A little bit grainy, but wait.
Sounds really fucking nice.
No, they are nice. They are nice. They're not completely smooth. Have you ever had like chicken liver pate?
No.
Right. Well, chicken livers are delicious. You need to eat some chicken livers. So yeah,
That's
Italian chicken livers.
Eminem.
What's that?
Reminds me of Eminem.
Why?
Doesn't he sing about them?
Chicken livers, does he?
Can't remember.
Brilliant.
Hang on, let me check. If he does, I'll obviously wrap it. It very faintly rings a bell, but when I see the lyric, hopefully I will remember.
I'll move on while MJ's googling. Let's go to the sweet side of the menu. I'll give a shout out to tiramisu, obviously.
Yeah.
Hashtag Jansel Square. And probably my favourite Italian dessert is the cannoli. I bloody love cannoli.
I love food.
Absolutely delicious. I don't care.
Yeah.
Obviously pistachio, lemon, chocolate, whatever. I'll eat all the cannoli.
Yeah.
Honourable mention to an affogato.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Is that espresso and ice cream?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
What is it?
You get a scoop of gelato and you pour an espresso over it. Really nice. I mean, Italians, obviously, most of the coffee shop coffees are Italian style coffee. So I suppose coffee has to go in there for Italy as well. I'm very much a fan of a macchiato. I like, which is like the kind of halfway in between an espresso and a cappuccino, just with a stain of milk on top of it. I enjoy that, and that's me.
I was going to touch on desserts later, but while we're here, we may as well just combine it. MJ, have you got any other desserts, or Emma? In fact, we'll not come to you. Any desserts?
I think Stuart might have covered it all. Actually, I think
Stuart.
Stuart.
Pistachio. That's weird. Pistachio gelato. Pistachio is one of my favourite ice cream / gelato flavours.
But let's just mention the old ice cream side of Italy, because bloody hell, good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they know how to make ice cream.
Gino Ginelli, for example.
Correct. It's not ice cream, but I had my first experience with semifreddo at the weekend.
You can get tablets for that nowadays, though, Nate.
Good. That's good to know. I'm glad I brought it up.
Well, halfway.
But no, that was incredible. My wife's auntie made a Toblerone semifreddo, and it was fucking delicious. And there's something about someone throwing a big block of essentially kind of ice cream onto a plate and challenging you not to just devour all of it.
Like a Viennetta.
I'd just like to express quickly my sheer raw and burning, just giving a thumbs up to Jason there as he walks on by. A burning love that I have for tiramisu.
Yeah. Bloody lovely. Bloody lovely. I'll also throw in there panettone. I love a good panettone.
Yes.
Especially what's wrong, Stuart?
It's just a bit dead, in it, panettone.
No, it's lovely.
Oh, it's not. No,
is it
lovely.
Pomodoro the name of the one that's not got the evil currants in?
You can get panettone without currants in. So.
You not like currants either?
No.
Oh, are you weird as well? Just get over it. Just sort of. They're so inoffensive. Like,
no, they're not. They ruin everything. I don't mind a sultana. A sultana can get over. I'll pass, but not a currant.
Currants even exist anymore.
Yeah.
No, they sort of don't, to be honest. Like they exist in old people's pantries, and that's about it. No, like a larder, mate.
I'm sure, like a Chelsea bun or something like that, you can still get them in.
I have got them in my cooking cupboard, but I don't really know why.
You can find them.
Oh no, I can't even remember why actually. Don't worry.
Moving on.
Can you spell some change? We've got ears to feed. We come to you with open hands, but instead of on the streets, we're begging on the podcast. Do you want this episode to be our last? Will you please go to Patreon and donate some cash? If you enjoy the Food Review UK content on YouTube and here on the podcast, then please consider heading to patreon.com Food Review UK and making a small donation.
Can I just say, when Jason and I see each other, him walking from town and me sitting at my desk, we normally text each other like something. He has texted me saying, podcast lad. So, sorry. We normally say, so for example, can I find one here? A previous example was...
You always at your desk?
Sort of. So previous one is phone lad, because I saw him and he was on his phone.
Yeah.
One before that was Rubino's lad, because I saw him... Oh, shit, can we beep that? Because that's the name of a local takeaway. I said chicken restaurant lad, because I saw he had a chicken restaurant bag. No, that's fine, leave it in. So he's messaged saying podcast lad. That was an awful... You can cut that whole bit if you want.
Well, you can't go committing crimes around where you live, can you?
Yeah, good. Glad that was top anecdotal form there, Michael. We've not had one of those for a while where you just sort of...
It's been about 3 weeks, hasn't it?
Coming back to pasta briefly. How and coming back to pegging, indeed. How anal are we about about combining the right pasta with the right dish? I.e., I don't mind a bit of spaghetti bolognese, but without the spaghetti, and instead throwing in I
really don't like spaghetti. I much prefer a linguine or a tagliatelle.
Correct. Linguine is top. Spaghetti is dead.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I've grown an appreciation of spaghetti, but at the same time, just the simplicity of having a different shape sometimes appeals to me. Yeah. I mean, if I'm swapping out spaghetti for linguine, it's still the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. All long, strippy.
I don't think I know enough to be able to adequately combine the correct pasta with the correct thing that I'm putting in. Usually, when I buy, we will usually have some spaghetti or some linguine in the house. We will often have some tagliatelle in the house, and then there's probably going to be some fusilli. There's probably going to be some penne. And if I've been, there might be some conchigli. I like conchigli.
Oh, I love a conchigli.
Or the one that I really like, the one that's like a thin tube, but it's curly and corkscrewy. What's that one called?
Yes.
I like that one.
Fusilli?
Yeah.
It's not fusilli. No. Fusilli's the twists. This is the one that's like a corkscrew of thin penne. I also
it's like a water slide.
Yeah. I also quite like rigatoni.
Which one's
rigatoni's like fat penne.
Yeah.
And I'll just use them interchangeably. I'm not a pasta racist.
Very weird that no one's mentioned the best pasta.
Are you going to say farfalle?
Is it Fiori?
No. Bucatini.
Bucatini used to play for AC Milan in the 1990s.
No. Bucatini. No. Sorry, Stuart. This is a food podcast, not a football player podcast. Bucatini is the spaghetti with a hole in. It's not his fault.
You're sort of getting less pasta.
Oh yeah, Bucatini.
Never had it though, mate.
I've never
really?
Had it.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, I remember.
It's
so are we
easily available as well? Sorry.
So, are we saying all pasta tastes the same then? Is that? I mean, from what Stuart's saying there about
dry versus fresh. Dry versus fresh.
Okay.
I'd say some of the coloured pastas have a slightly more distinctive taste.
Yeah, but if we're talking white pasta or whatever sort of type of pasta, whatever sort of colour pasta or whatever's gone into it, are we suggesting that like a farfalle and a penne is the same pretty much, or do we?
It tastes the same. It's just the texture, isn't it?
Does it help with the delivery system? Because one of the things I like about the conchigli or something similar is when a bit of sauce gets stuck in it.
That's the point, isn't it?
Depends what sauce you got as to what shape it kind of captures the odd bit of mushroom or the odd bit of pepper or
Yeah, that's very fair. And I think what's the spaghetti that's rough? Because there's a rough spaghetti one, and the reason it's rough is because rough pasta adheres to or I should say the sauce adheres to it better.
Don't know. I don't know rough spaghetti.
What am I thinking of? I'm trying to find it. Oh, filet.
Bronze pasta.
Is it bronze?
Yeah, I'm on here. Rough. I've just googled rough spaghetti. Napolina bronze dye spaghetti creates a rough surface. It's something to traditional bronze dyes. Right. It's made with a bronze pasta squeezer.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Wikipedia facts.
Yes, I would say the texture, it affects the taste in as much as it will have different adhesion to whatever you're putting it with.
Adhesion, yeah.
Adhesion, yeah.
What about gnocchi?
Love it. I had gnocchi for my lunch today.
I'm fairly certain I don't think I've ever had gnocchi.
What?
Yeah, I hate it, although I've never had it.
Sell it to me. What's the up and up?
Beautiful. Right. So I'm going to give you a recipe now. Okay. So get some gnocchi, boil it, let it until it rises to the top. 2-3 minutes after that.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Drain it off. Get some bacon. Lardons of bacon. Fry them up nice and crispy. Drain your gnocchi. In with the bacon. Get some cherry tomatoes, half them. Throw the cherry tomatoes and the bacon all in with the gnocchi. Give it all a blast around. Get a good coating on it. A good slug of extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Absolutely bloody lovely.
I've got a good recipe as well, actually.
This is involved putting it in the bin.
What Stuart said,
yeah.
But instead of using gnocchi, use an actual good pasta, one that isn't completely and utterly shit.
It's not really pasta, is it?
You've never even eaten gnocchi, Michael, so...
No, I was joking when I said that I hadn't tried it. I was hoping someone would make the pun, don't gnocchi till you tried it. I have tried it, and it is an awful texture. It's an absolutely dead food.
Well, you've cooked it wrong, then.
It can go in food hell, actually. There you go, you can have that one for free. Food hell, please.
Vetoed.
Well, yeah, yeah. This is not that episode, Michael, I'm afraid.
It called you stupid, Nate.
What what don't you like about it? Why do you knock it?
Texture. It's genuinely just a. I almost don't believe it's food because I cannot imagine why anyone would make that. It's awful texture. It's awful.
All right. I mean, you're just saying the word awful, Michael. You're not giving me any.
Thick. So okay, if you were to cut off the outside 1 millimeter of gnocchi, you would have a completely bland, plain lump of crap. Awful, stodgy, flavourless, just awful. Boring.
Do you know what's better than gnocchi? Bread and butter in the microwave. Grow up.
Yeah, I would prefer it. At least it's got a bit of flavour, mate.
I think I need to try gnocchi. Well, the sound of it.
The listeners are going to 100% agree with me here.
No, they're not. No.
The thing is, Stuart's recipe sounded so delicious, and all I had to do was imagine it with a different kind of pasta.
You've got pasta fantasies, have you? Could you imagine that, but with...
Oh, you dirty...
a little bit of fusilli.
No,
you... yes. You fucking bastard. Oh, you fucker. This is a rich rump of steak from the leg of a lamb. Oh, you fucker. One for the fans of Atletico Minster.
Anybody a bit wacky, a little bit crazy, and they go to their local TK Maxx and they get the bags of the crazy, like, broken off different multicoloured large pastas. You know, we all a bit wacky and buy those.
You might have done it once.
No.
Yeah. No. No one else tried that?
I've got some. I've got some pasta downstairs that my mother-in-law brought me back from Italy that looks very much like the kind of thing that you would get for £7 in TK Maxx.
Correct.
I have bought it in a similar sort of way. I have bought from, I think it was from Lidl or Aldi. They once upon a time they had these just fucking colossal, unnecessarily large tubes of pasta.
Correct.
They were like giant penne, and that was a fun little gimmick.
Yeah, it looks great. Like cause we go into TK Maxx fairly regularly, and you go in there and you see the bags, and it's all just misshapes, and they're all like rainbow coloured, and they're giant, and they're all just like, oh, isn't this fun? We're gonna make some pasta with this, and it's just gonna be really crazy. What we like is Tuesday night, and we're doing this. But yeah, and then the reality of trying to eat it, and it just falling off your fork or your spoon or whatever, and it's just like, oh, it's just pasta, but it's different coloured and giant, and
yes,
it actually looks like a mess because it looks like a 3-year-old's made it.
Like, good for kids, they might like all that.
Sorry.
Good for kids, they might like all that.
Yeah, but so Michael might like it then.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, Michael plays with toys. Michael sleeps with cuddly things. Michael
looks up girl skirts.
Michael doesn't look up girl skirts, but he does still read like children's. He must be a child. Idiots.
I like this voice of yours though. I don't know what to call it. Vickery.
Michael's wearing Marvel pajamas. Pathetic.
From one convenience to another. Thoughts on Dolmio and other similar convenience sources?
Hate them.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Absolutely no excuse to cook with them.
Correct.
Yeah, dead.
A jar of passata, right? Or like a little, not a jar, but you can get those like, what would you call
Little carton.
No,
yeah.
a carton. 35, 39p in Asda. That is just sipped tomatoes, nothing processed about it. Cheap. You can add anything you like to it.
Yeah, you could literally do that with 1 teaspoon of mixed Italian herbs, salt, pepper, and some good extra virgin olive oil, and that will 100%. That will be a million times nicer than the Dolmio sauce.
Yeah, I literally give evils if I see people putting that like on the conveyor belt.
You knock it out of their hand.
I'm actually fucking lazy toad. Quite frankly.
That's why she's banned from Asda.
But we all do like the microwavable pastas that you can get, right?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry?
You get like the little pots of sauce, and you get like a little tub of pasta, and you microwave them, and you sort of pour one into the other, and.
Now Claire doesn't have them anymore since we got a mouldy one.
Oh, you did. That is the mouldy tub. I forgot about that.
Is that still on? That's still on the.
I think I had it once, and I'll admit, like I like pasta, but even that was pushing my love for it because it was just a really weird texture. It was really rubbery, and it's just naff.
I used to like when I used to eat a lot of pot noodles in my teenage years. I used to enjoy the bolognese pot pasta that they did. I used to eat quite a lot of pot pasta. It's come with a little sachet of Parmesan cheese.
Oh,
yeah, I've got a thing about the back to the super noodles at the moment. Oh my god, they're so good.
Hang on, right, so Dolmio sauces are for lazy toads, but super noodles are peak.
Well, I could do them for the girls, to be fair, and then I just eat the rest.
So you feed so passata is great because it's not processed, it's completely natural, it's great. But you feed super noodles, which are noodles covered in plastic and MSG. You feed them to your precious children.
Nothing wrong with MSG though. I'm just gonna have to bat that little insult away.
I
MSG
really
is
read
just
the ingredients. Do you think I should?
I preferred AOL back in the day. And final point I've got on this. I think Stuart. I'm going to leave Stuart to the end because I think I've picked up his answer on this throughout this conversation. Parmesan, an essential of the Italian dish or the devil's cheese.
Just pick
Michael.
Pick you up on your pronunciation on that. Sorry, Nathan.
Parmesan.
We're calling it Parmesan, are we? Right. Okay.
I did say, what is it?
That's fine. We're calling it Parmesan. That's fine.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmesan?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What did you think I said then?
Oh, no, I thought you said Parmesan. Yeah. It's just
What is it then?
bit pretentious, isn't it?
What is it? Parmesan?
It's Parmesan in the UK, isn't it? It's Parmesan in America. It's Parmigiano in Italy. In the UK, we call it Parmesan. And if you
put chicken parm, isn't
it's fine. No, I'm just saying it just comes across as a little bit pretentious. But if you're happy with that, that's fine. We'll go with it.
A little bit of attention never hurt anyone, really.
Oh, no.
I mean, calling out someone for their pronunciation of cheese is not pretentious at all, is it, Stuart? You fucking wanker.
Pronunciation. It's pronunciation, mate.
Come on, Michael. What's your feeling on that smelly cheese that you get at the Italians?
Yeah. Good. It's good. I only really use it in a couple of things, really. It goes into my lasagna. It's right at home in my carbonara, of which I've only made a handful of times. Anywhere else?
So you only put it in dishes. You never use it as like a sort of an afterthought topping.
Very occasionally. I don't really buy into the whole cheese on top of spaghetti bolognese.
Oh my god!
thing.
How can you not have cheese on top?
Yeah, I don't buy into that.
Lunatic.
Is it because it doesn't come as a thick layer like it does on pizza? A condensed layer. Is that the only?
Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. Let's take something you said earlier and use it back on him now. Yeah, that's good. Belittling. So
Good. Emma, fan of Parma?
No, I really want to, but it just stinks.
It stinks.
But there's a really good one I've got it from Asda and Tesco's before. I think, is it Grana Padano?
Gran Padano. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. It's kind of a midway.
Yeah.
It's not as pongy as Parmesan.
No. And it's a lot cheaper as well.
Gateway San.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So I do grate that on top.
Yeah.
Do we ever chuck on a nice bit of cheddar instead?
Sometimes a bit of cheddar. I'm not going to lie. Bit of Cathedral City.
Slab of homie.
Don't get it.
A slab of
I'd be more inclined to put halloumi on my spaghetti bolognese actually.
Raw?
Mozzarella.
Thinly sliced maybe.
Try it then. There you go. There's a new challenge for you.
Challenge.
Yeah. Do it for
Is it actually Italian though, or is it Greek?
It's Greek.
Yeah, Cypriot.
Okay.
Cool. Didn't have a problem. Which part of Italy is Cathedral City from?
Rome.
The Vatican, yeah.
Good stuff. I promised it earlier. Stuart, talk to us about your lasagna again. What's this weird lasagna thing that you tried once and sworn off the best food in the world?
Basically, Gemma makes a Slimming World lasagna for me sometimes when I'm losing weight.
That's fine. That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on.
Gemma the vegetarian.
Yeah.
I do think you need a proper lasagna, mate. Because you're a guy who likes big flavours. You're a guy who likes big hearty food, and lasagna is just nearly perfect.
So, just to clarify, again, is this the case that you've not actually had like a meat lasagna?
No, I've had meat lasagna. Yeah, I've had quite a lot. I've had plenty of lasagna.
Where?
I find it hard to believe that anyone who like. I find it hard that anyone would say, "Oh, I don't like lasagna."
No, I've never said I don't like lasagna. I've never said I don't like lasagna. I have at no point ever said I do not like lasagna.
But like, all right, putting it in food heaven.
I don't think it's food heaven worthy.
Well, you've not had it correctly. Then is all I can say.
It's not food heaven. You've got to admit, I do a good lasagna, Mike.
Sorry, I mean,
you absolutely do.
Are you saying it? Are you saying you wouldn't put that in food heaven, Emma?
No.
Correct. That's the first sensible thing you've literally ever said.
I don't know what's going on. I just want to move away from this. I'm just going to... Food heaven, more like podcast hell. Michael, talk to me about social media.
Hey, wow. It's done some very dramatic movements here.
Suck man, it's time for questions that you posted on all the platforms that you utilize to provoke our replies. Although increasingly I'll post in the forms of statements that require no response, as opposed to the questions we requested in our initial posts on the aforementioned Suck Man.
As Nate sorts himself out, I'm actually going to go for Facebook this time, guys. First of all, I know we normally go Instagram first. I'm going to go Facebook first. Just one comment on Facebook this time around. It's from Emma Thompson, and she says, "Well, hey, here we go, and then a pizza slice emoji."
Yeah, I got my pizza earrings in.
Oh, that's good.
We should really say that our dad lives in Italy.
Yeah, I should mention that actually.
Side note.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to mention it or not, but
probably should have
got him on the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Tell him about pegging.
Probably ready, mate.
Right, so moving across to Instagram now. I have to confess, I had a tiny little preview of this earlier. I read one or two of the comments, and I think there's some good ones coming on later. Right, so now.
Hang on, sorry. Just for all the people whose comments are coming on first, that's just to say that Michael thinks your comments are rubbish, and the good comments are coming up later. So, just to clarify, these first comments are rubbish, and they're the words of Michael Jameson, the founder of Food Review UK. Michael, go on, commence reading out the rubbish comments.
I would imagine, just to take that step further, that he's reading them in order of goodness.
Yeah, so that whoever this is first, this is the worst comment. Michael has put the comments in order from worst to best.
He's got a spreadsheet.
This is the absolute shittiest comment first. X_Amelia_Hills_X. No, I merely haven't read these ones yet. So, Amelia, here we go. This is your comment, which I'm sure will be fantastic.
Here's your moment, Amelia.
Do you have a recipe for an amazing pasta sauce? I would say keep it simple. Always keep it simple. You want a good quality olive oil. You want to try and get as good quality tomatoes as you possibly can in this country. I'd probably go for something like a tin of good quality and expensive, as expensive as you can find, plum tomatoes. Always plum. Or rather, I should say, always whole tomatoes, because the highest, best quality grade tomatoes go into your whole tomato tins, and then your next grade down go into the chopped tomatoes. Even if you want chopped tomatoes, just buy the plum, buy the whole, and squeeze them yourself. Cut them up yourself. You can. There's a few different tricks. You can actually put a knife and cut the tomatoes whilst they're still in the can. Is a nice little tip. So anyway, good quality tomatoes. Also, if you can get some heirloom tomatoes from something like Ocado, get them. Plenty of black pepper. Fry off some garlic. Add the tomato. But you could do it as simple as that. Sorry.
Cedar City.
Yeah, optional extras. I'd personally put some meat in, maybe some bacon lardons. That's as simple as that is absolutely fine. But bit of basil at the end, maybe. You guys got any tips? Keep it simple. That's my main.
We like a puttanesca in this house.
Oh, correct.
Hey, come on, you and me, Stuart. Are we on the same wavelength?
Absolutely. These two won't like it because it's all the big flavours.
Yeah. 3 of
my favourite things: anchovies, olives, capers. Beautiful stuff.
Correct. My favourite too. Love.
Yeah, love a puttanesca.
We had it last night, actually.
Also, makes you feel a bit naughty, doesn't it, as well? Because it is what it is, you know.
You know, yeah. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, don't you, Michael?
Gross.
Yeah.
Good. Nate, you're not really a cook, but can you?
Get the Dolmio. Sort of fry up beef.
Did you just say fry up a beef?
Yeah. Sort of put them together. I add them together, and then I sort of make sure they're warm, and then I put it on top of some pasta. It's worked for me. I'm still alive, so I mean,
good. Bong lungs.
Bongers.
I'd like to ask you, gang, what's your herb of choice? Mine's THC, snowflake emoji.
MSG.
AOL.
AOL, nice.
ICQ.
Another comment here. This one's from Bong Lungs.
Lungers.
Emma Thompson is a fucking G. Shout out Mark on gang.
Is this one of your made-up people?
As if Michael could create anything near the quality of Bong Lungs.
Okay.
I wish, mate. I think my internet quality's just gone down. Hopefully you can still hear me.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, the quality of the audio that I'm hearing is dog shit. So hopefully everything's fine my end, or your end, whatever. We've got another comment here. This one's from Bong Lungs.
BL.
JK.
Nearly 21 lads. Monday 26th of August.
Right.
Gonna smoke 21 blunts to the face. Have a cheeky gamble, naughty drank, and hopefully some good food.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Just to let Mr. Lungers know that I promised him something, and that promise thus far is going to be coming true.
Yep. And it begins with a P and ends with an egg.
An Enos.
Oh, is it Monday 26th? Is it actually Monday 26th?
Yes, Michael. You've asked me 3 times. It's actually Monday 26th.
That's fine. I have written down 26th, but I have written down that Monday is the 25th. Okay, I need to change that. That's fine. Good thing we read that out.
Bonger's birthday, day before Theo's birthday.
Wow. Are they the same person?
I think they might be, yeah.
Theo.
That means entire dates to the rest of my calendar are out. Joe Camp has said pistachio on pizza, ?
What?
Pistachio on pizza?
I mean, I'd do it.
I'd do it.
I'd
do it. Never heard of it.
No.
Salty, somewhat fragrant, bit crispy.
Yeah, I'd do it, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Does he definitely mean pistachio, not pesto?
Yeah, he's put pistachio.
I've had walnuts on a pizza.
Yeah,
how is that?
Good. Yeah.
Well, isn't there like a quite not? I was gonna say famous, but isn't there like there's a style of pizza that has it on? Isn't there? It's not like there's not a Four Seasons, but something like a familiar title.
I never heard of it. Sometimes you can get like the bechamel sauce type ones, can't you? Without tomato.
Yeah, quite like that.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Interesting. No, I've not had that. That's good though. Like I say, I'll try it. Maybe I'll do it next time.
Get
the shellies in.
Do you have to shell the pistachios, or just
leave them in the bag?
No, it's like when you have paella. When you bake them in the oven, the pistachio shells just open up
like a mussel.
I don't know why this felt really too weird. You doing this, mate?
This comment here from Bong Lungs.
Bongers.
Oh, good.
Closest.
What?
Sorry, Emma?
You haven't heard from me for a while.
Emma's got the iPad back under the water again. It's fine.
That's what you also like to me right now, to be honest. Closest to Italian I've had is my mother's spaghetti, like Eminem. And damn, there's loads of restaurants sure I've seen an Italian steakhouse.
Yep.
Cool.
Nervous. Mom spaghetti, he's nervous. Got
Yep.
These weak arms are heavy, he's nervous.
Chicken livers.
But he rolled down, the whole crowd grows so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over blouse.
Back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke you so mad, but he won't get on now. Some of them you assuming I'm assuming what I gotta do to get it through you. I'm super you've been invented a rubber, so anything you say is ricocheted off me. Frankie Funko.
Frankie. I've been knowing from Frankie for a while.
Correct. I saw her popping up on where was she? Kev Snack Reviews post, was it? She was dropping the knowledge about the Kit Kat Krispy Kremes, which we're hopefully getting. It will be on Thursday. You're allowed to reveal it on Thursday, although it's sort of common knowledge anyway. But yeah, we're on the inside embargo. That's quite lucky. Anyway, enough bragging. Best crust for pizza. I'm a deep pan girl. Deep and doughy for me. I'd love to try proper Chicago deep dish, but the closest I've had is Chicago town. Judge me, can't stand thin and crispy, especially from takeaway, as they tend to burn them and make them basically a burnt cracker. From a restaurant is fine, as they tend to make them soft. Also, favourite supermarket, create your own pizza. Mine's definitely Asda, and will be my birthday meal tomorrow. I'm that council. Happy birthday.
Yeah, so hang on, when did Frankie post that? Today?
That was posted 2 days ago.
Happy birthday from Monday then.
I mean, it'll be belated by the time she hears this anyway. It's a bit hard to answer that question because Italian style pizza doesn't really deep Chicago pan pizza isn't Italian, is it? I guess.
No, it's American.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chicago's in America.
Yeah. So it's a bit hard to answer that in the context of Italian, but I can confirm that Chicago deep dish is fucking incredible. And actually, a bit of knowledge to you, Michael Jameson. I will be trying some UK-based deep dish on Sunday.
Oh, amazing! All the photos, all the
We're
images.
going to Japes in Soho.
Oh, so sick!
Famous for it. Yeah.
Have you had Beyond Giordano's?
No, I've only had Giordano's, and even that's good enough. I mean, that's supposedly just not very good quality. Supposedly, or not very good quality.
It's not from the one I tried.
Because it's a chain. It's it's.
I agree. The one I had isn't high quality. No, it's joking. It was. I had it in Florida. It was really nice, but the bread is flavourless.
Yeah, but you didn't have deep dish, right?
Yeah, deep dish Giordano.
Oh, and you weren't.
It was nice, but the bread's pointless. Not my favourite style. Or maybe it would be my favourite style if it actually had good tasting bread.
Interesting. Move on.
I would just like to say it's not, again, strictly not Italian, but the Deli Kitchen Chicago Town are, I would say, by far the best supermarket pizza you can get. By far. And
correct.
that has create your own are the best create your own. They are really, really nice. And very generous with toppings. Handtossed. Have you ever tried a little bit of good quality olive oil on top of your vanilla ice cream? It's a sensation.
No, but would.
Yeah, I've not, but I have heard that before. So
yes, I too have heard it. And I'm eager to try.
I've heard that. Mental.
Is it just vanilla? Or...
I think vanilla's a traditional one. Yeah. Probably the fragrance and delicate flavours that you get from just having pure olive oil tends to lend itself well to the vanilla.
I had a really nice bottle of olive oil once. My mum bought me a really, really good bottle of olive oil for Christmas one year.
What did she say to you? When she gave it to you?
Merry Christmas, Stuart. I bought some olive oil for your Christmas, like extra virgin.
So she called you extra virgin?
Yeah. I know. We've got funny nicknames in our family.
Right.
Sorry, Emma just made a comment then. What was your little comment, Emma? Go on.
So is she Indian?
Yes, she is. My mother is Indian.
Well, she's from the east, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, things are going to get a little bit weird now. Maddie Madworld.
Madders.
Mrs. Bonglungs.
Yeah, Mrs. Bonglungs.
Oh, God.
She said, "Wish I was your sister."
Oh, God.
With smiley face emoji, a fire emoji, a firework emoji, then I think a flower emoji, and then a sort of shocked, yearning sort of face emoji.
I think that combination of emojis is the national emoji sign for incest. Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Bonglungs has replied to Maddie.
Obviously.
Just a Mad World.
Obviously. We're still hoping for the first FRUK wedding. Saying, "Will you cook me Italian for dinner, please, Bay?" With a heart emoji, then a double heart emoji, and then I think they're two smiley emojis, and then a devil emoji.
Yeah, lad.
Sort of like a sexy winky sort of thing.
A sexy winky.
Well, that's why there's the devil emoji in it. It's sort of put like, oh yeah.
These people are
love, and then I've sort of got a dark side, is what he's saying.
These are regular fans, Emma.
Yeah, Maddie and Jason, you wouldn't know about them because you don't listen to the podcast.
But I do like all of that Facebook posts.
You have liked this post.
On Instagram.
Yeah, you've liked it.
Instagram and Facebook. Bloody hell.
Well, so to explain, Bonglungs, as you can probably tell from his name, is a young gentleman who loves the marijuana and loves FRUK as probably second place. There's three things in this world he loves: marijuana, FRUK, and cider.
Is there a new one?
No. No, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
And Maddie Madworld is a young female who seems to admire Michael Jameson from afar. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
But Bong Lungs has taken a liking to Maddie Madworld, and we're trying to coerce them into some sort of FRUK related fan wedding.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're sort of like grooming them together, sort of.
We're like Cilla Black.
Oh, Stuart's made a sort of grimacing face. No, I'd take that back. Actually, it's sort of not what we're doing.
He's made a grimacing face.
Maddie Madworld has replied to Bong Lungs, saying "bongers," with like a sexy little sort of trail on the S there, bongers. And Bong Lungs has merely replied, "matters."
I mean, that is grade A flirting, isn't it?
I'm gonna drop a like on each of those because that is pure filth. My monitor's gonna need a wash after this. That is very, very nice to see.
Hands where we can see them, Michael.
We got another comment here from this young gentleman's called Bong Lungs.
Bongers.
Said, love food review like I love 45 Glocks in the winter. Pulled the beamer out.
Brap. Correct.
All right, Emma. This one is from Bong Lungs and seems to be directed at you. Tell Emma.
I'm worried now.
Tell Emma Bong Lungs said she's a beauty and would love her to share her stories about the first time Jameson tried spliffy ganache. Emma wasn't there, I don't think, actually. I don't remember my first time. I can't really answer that. I think it was probably on a bench outside Aylesbury College. I didn't really have enough to feel particular effects. Probably just felt a bit floaty, and it would have been a piece of blocky. So my mate Barry would have
tried it. I didn't know that.
Oh, I mean.
Yeah, but you were the good one in the family.
Oh, marijuana's fine, practically legal.
Oh yeah, I know. But
have you ever tried wangy?
Actually, my friend Barry, waggers. My friend Barry, he great vivid memories of this, lighting the blocky and then crumbling the blocky off. And funny enough, I haven't seen him for many years. I haven't seen him for many years. I saw him last week. In fact, I saw him less than a week ago.
Is he homeless?
Stairway somewhere.
Yeah, he's covered in piss.
He's not homeless. He did see me and
run.
I thought I did think. No, I'm not going to say a bit, but no, it's embarrassing for me. It's more embarrassing for me what I was going to say. He did say, "Wow, he basically said, wow, your hair's got grey, hasn't it?"
Wow.
Next come here. No, he's a lovely man though. Anyway, I just felt a bit floaty. Blah blah blah.
It's all fake this because nobody knows a Barry.
But I suppose I called it Baz, to be fair.
No, there's no such thing as Barry. They've all died out. This is all lies.
Actually, that is sort of fair, genuinely, because I don't think I've ever actually called him Barry. I've always called him Baz. I don't know why. I sort of almost did it to preserve his anonymity.
I had a friend called Baz at school.
Yeah?
His name was John. His name was John, but we called him Baz.
Is his surname like
Bardsley? Bardsley.
Yeah. So probably a bit from that.
Yeah.
This is Timmy. Say hi, Timmy. Hi. Timmy doesn't know what podcast to listen to because people don't leave a review. Isn't that right? That's right. And isn't it also true you're not an orphan? Absolutely. There you have it. Conclusive evidence that orphans, and definitely not me using a higher pitched voice, have a harder life because you don't leave a podcast review. Reviews today. Save an orphan.
Sir J.S. Carter says,
Joe.
Should dessert pizza be thrown in the bin, or are you more accepting of the sweet dough intruder?
Never had one.
I have had one, and it was fucking delicious, and so I wouldn't. I would probably throw the oven ones in that you get from, like, is it Goodfellas or Chicago Town that do the frozen ones? They're rubbish. But having had one in a restaurant, it was unreal. So no, I wouldn't throw it in the bin. I mean, it's lovely.
Do you know what I think would be really nice? A kind of dessert pizza, but with a cookie base.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be really nice. Can't believe no one's ever come up with that.
Well, it's not quite. Yeah, correct. Absolutely, Rich. I should say that the restaurant in America, BJ's Brewhouse, they do something called a pizzuki.
Have you ever been?
Yeah,
I have been twice.
Did you try and order one, but the waiter told you that you could have the full size ones for the price of the little ones?
This fucking man, and he's dropping references.
How many times have you told this story on the podcast, Michael?
Oh, fucking hell, I mentioned this before.
Yeah, suckered you into that one, didn't I?
Yeah, tell Emma.
I've got it on video, Emma. I'll send it to you after the show. You're getting irritated with it. No, I would like to say, actually, no, dessert pizza is fantastic. And a very grave day in my life was the day that Domino's Pizza got rid of their sweet sauces. You used to get the sweet sauces with the waffles, and I think they came with another dessert as well. But it might have just been the waffles, actually. But you got a toffee dip and a chocolate dip. So I used to get the waffles every time I had Domino's because...
Did you get the chicken strips as well? And dip the chicken strips in the toffee sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told this one as well, mate.
I wonder sort of if I'll ever say anything of value again.
Again, like he's done it once.
Oh, fucking hell. This is a Tuesday night roast.
With that roast.
Yeah, but... No.
Some toffee sauce with that roast.
I'm literally getting hung, drawn and quartered. No, joking apart though, that does actually make me almost borderline want to cry my eyes out that they got rid of those sauces, because the dipping the crust in them was fucking amazing. Next one is from Olish Plinsky. I like Italy, and
good.
There are no less than 6 sunglasses emojis after that.
Wow.
The next
Great question. Great question.
Incoming the main boy, Stewie, saying that's not a question, you silly goose.
Well done, Ollie.
Well played. Well fucking played. Also, if you haven't been speaking of people who are predictable, also if you have, we should just put out the same episode.
Yeah,
I'm not sure anyone knows. Each fortnight. Also, if you haven't been to Italy, Italian ice cream is literally incredible. Green tea ice cream or pistachio ice cream is insane. Italy are 100% the best producers of the best food. What's your top 3 countries for food?
Ooh.
Great question. Mexico, Japan, USA.
USA, Italy, India.
Oh, I forgot about India. But still won't be in my top 3.
Oh, what? Are we... I took this as to mean places we've been, but...
Oh.
No, that's fine. Okay, so I guess I'd say American...
I've been to India. It's fine.
So I would visit my mother.
American, Italian, Indian.
Like a good
This
mix.
comment here, this is a very long one.
So
And it is...
that or...
You got to keep going with it, Emma. If you're not going to answer and then move on, go on. Go on, what are you saying?
I'm going to say Italy, America, and Germany, probably.
Germany. I nearly said Germany. Germany do really good kebabs.
Big sausages.
Big sausages, German food, lush, and Poland.
Yeah. Bratwurst, corn. I'll say it again. I said it 5 seconds ago.
World, the potatoes.
Yes. Yeah, Germany is good. I'll be going more and more often these days as well.
Correct. Love them.
The last comment is from Leon Tricker.
Leon?
I'm about the same age as Stu, early to mid-40s, and when I was a kid, there wasn't much room for foreign muck, as Dad called it. Sorry, I'm going to start that line again because I sort of ruined it. And when I was a kid, there wasn't much room for foreign muck, as Dad called it, in our casserole-heavy diet. We had a frozen lasagna around 1985, but that was brought home from my dad's working era. Dad saw the word mince on the box and assumed it was a shepherd's pie. Other than that, my only exposure to Italian cuisine growing up was tinned ravioli and Gino Ginelli ice cream. One day, Mum decided to cook a spaghetti bolognese. It was during Italia 90, and I'd pestered Mum because I'd seen Des Lynam talking about pasta on TV. Mum thought she'd heard about spag bowl on the sitcom Duty Free. Of course, Duty Free was set in Spain, not Italy. But back then, anywhere further than the Isle of Wight was abroad, and thus considered all the same. Unfortunately, Mum got the spag bowl recipe slightly wrong. She boiled the mince in water, browned the pasta in a frying pan, and covered everything in ketchup. It was a sorry mess, further watered down by my Gaza-like tears of despair. Things were made even worse because Mum made the meal on the day of the England versus Germany semi-final. The combination of terrible Italian food and a terrible England result in Italy put my dad right off pasta, and it was the final nail in the coffin for his interest in football. A love that had waned ever since cancelling our football pool subscription without explanation. Oh my god, references. Oh, okay. Anyway, do you remember Gino Ginelli ice cream? I used to think it was height of frozen dessert sophistication and second only to a Viennetta. But was Gigi really as good as I remember? And does anyone ever order pasta when eating out, given it's so easy to make decent pasta dishes at home? But, you know, they are just getting better and better on.
Well done. Can I just answer Leon's second question about the ordering pasta out? Absolutely spot on. Ordering pasta in Italian restaurants is dead. Unless it's some kind of like elaborate seafood pasta, like a spaghetti vongole or something.
Yeah, I only ever ordered like the salmon one, pasta with salmon, like a cream vodka sauce.
Vodka?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think San Carlo's do one like that.
Right. Good.
Yeah. With pink peppercorns.
Nice. Oh. Yeah.
Love a pink peppercorn.
Bonus points. Can anyone sing the Gino Ginelli advert?
Gino Ginelli ice cream.
Italia. Wasn't there a bit about Italia in there?
Yeah, probably. I don't remember.
Gino.
You used to get the little green bit in it.
Pardon?
Like Angelica, that type of stuff.
Did it?
Yeah.
Angelica?
There was
it had like Angelica, like the green. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, Tutti Frutti had green bits in, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. I mean, yes, I do remember Gino Ginelli. Yes, at the time I thought it was the height of ice cream quality. I suspect if we had it now, it would be little more than generic supermarket ice cream.
Correct.
I
feel like the world has definitely moved on.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I don't remember ever trying it, but it is deep seated in my memory.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you remember ever having it, Emma?
I remember having it, but I don't ever remember having it at home, so I don't know where I was. I don't remember having it.
Probably Tesco.
You know what I mean?
Just straight out of the fridge.
And I like a nice pasta dish out, so fuck you all. Oh, it's so easy to do at home, but so what? I'm out. Fuck it.
On that note, I will say actually, I was at a restaurant in it's a a chain Italian restaurant, but they're a very small chain, and I had one in London, something like Carzando's or something like that. And I don't know if every branch is the same as this. I assume it is the same setup, but the till, I think either basically queue up at the chef's workstation, and they cook it live in front of you, and you say what ingredients you want. Mm-hmm. And I had I think it was normal spaghetti bolognese there. It took something like 2 or 3 minutes to cook it right in front of my eyes.
Well, it would do with what you had in it. You wouldn't have anything.
No, it was a full-blown normal one.
Get in tomato sauce.
No, it had the sofrito and whatever else in it,
really?
And that was. Sorry.
Really, I said.
Wow.
It's a good point, actually. We haven't raised tonight Michael Jameson trying pizza for the first time at the age of 21.
We never used to eat pasta either. It was like unheard of.
It doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
What did he used to eat?
Just chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, I knew it, and ice cream. Yeah. That's why he's got an obsession with them. He's fucking... That's all he had as a child.
I'm obsessed with chicken nuggets. I probably will eat
Dad always tells the story of Mike being really fussy and then taken him to a Chinese restaurant in his 20s. And Mike ordering crab claws. Dad was like, well, that's the end of being fussy. Like, it just went from absolutely fussiness to ordering crab claws. It was in between.
Did his getting more adventurous with food, i.e. eating pizza and stuff, coincide with him stopping looking up girls' skirts? Is there a correlation between the bland food and then needing the exciting frisson of being an absolute sex pervert to spice up your life?
Right. There's a bit of correlation there.
Just sort of don't know why we're bringing it up again. This obviously.
It's weird that he moved on to seafood. With that, Stuart.
It's time to play a game. Let's play a game. It's called Sweeter or Savoria. We pull the name of a food stuff out of a hat. You tell us what you think about that. Will the next food stuff be sweeter or savory? Will it be sugary or covered in salt? There's just no way to know. But you must predict. Will the next food stuff be sweeter or savory?
Where's your cap?
It's right here, Nathan. It's right here. There it is. Oh no!
Let's play a game. Let's play a game.
I've put the cap on my head now, and it's got all bits of paper in it. And now when I take it off my head, I'm worried all bits of paper will go bloody everywhere. So I'm going to try and tip my head upside down. Hang on.
I hadn't actually finished my anecdote, to be honest.
It's all right. It was rubbish.
Right? Yeah, it's sort of annoying.
I was
just going to say it was really, really nice pasta.
I'm going to explain the game. I never have to explain the game because usually the people who come on the podcast have listened. And we're going to play a game now. It's called Sweeter or Savoury.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you familiar with those two words?
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Oh. It's a lot of sass, isn't it?
So sweeter, sweet things are, and savoury things. I'm going to tell you the name of a food stuff. I'm going to pull it out of my hat, and what you're going to predict whether the next food that I pull out of the hat will be a sweeter food or a savourier food. Do you understand?
Well, like higher or lower. Mm.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Except our host isn't dead.
He's dead good though.
Right, should we pull a food out of the hat?
Yeah.
Let's start with, oh my lord, in honour of Michael Jameson being a pervert, it's chicken nuggets, a generic chicken nugget, not a chicken McNugget, just a chicken nugget. Fourth time out of the hat, Emma. Will the next food be sweeter or savourier than a chicken nugget?
Well, hang on, is it dipped in or out of ice cream?
It's a human being's meal. The kind of chicken nugget a human would eat.
Sans ice
cream.
Savourier.
Savourier than a chicken nugget, you absolute moron. Okay, we've got one of the weirdest things in the hat. It's sugarless black coffee.
Who'd put that in there?
I know. Second time out of the hat. The problem with sugarless black coffee is it's neither sweeter, nor savourier than anything. It's
completely neutral. It's earth.
It's like I'd picked out of the hat a Ford Focus. It's not it doesn't bear any resemblance to
it doesn't
anything.
Register, does it?
No, it doesn't.
But surely that must mean it's right in the middle then.
Well, in that case, it's not savourier than a chicken nugget, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
And that's the worst that anyone has ever done at sweeter or savourier.
To be fair, joint worst.
Yeah.
No.
What an absolute...
Emma, did you know the aim was to continue the streak sort of thing?
Continue the what?
Streak. It's like a nudity reference because he's a sex pervert.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I didn't lie.
I just looked.
Do you mean you haven't memorised the Bill Clinton speech? What kind of sex pervert are you? If Bill Clinton's not your hero, like I'm a civil rights activist. I've memorised Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech from beginning to when it goes, "I have a dream."
Oh, I think we're losing Stuart. I think that his internet's gone.
And I think that's pretty much how it went.
Oh, I trust you. I totally trust you on it. All right, well done, Emma. 2019, to be fair, has been an absolutely fucking abysmal year for this game. Almost to the point I don't really want to play it anymore because people just don't take it seriously.
No.
And even when they do, they're shit at it anyway. So,
is it?
Yeah,
you got it wrong. What happens on Play Your Cards Right if you get it wrong? You don't win the speedboat.
Okay.
And we don't have a speedboat to give away, so
No.
you would.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie. Not a single time. Never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank
I think you protest too much.
you. You had a friend called Hillary as well, didn't you?
Do I have, mate?
Hey?
Do I have?
No, this is nonsense. You did not grow up with friends called Barry and Hillary.
They grew up in the 1980s in Essex. Olive Lewinsky.
Didn't have a Barry.
Olive Lewinsky.
Actually, there was a Barry in our school.
Friends with Michael. Good. Let's just move on, shall we? Right, that's pretty much all I've got. The one thing I will say is got a nice little cheeky little Patreon shout out to Mr. Jack Falvey the Fourth, Jack Valley,
JF4,
Star Wars: A New Hope, and all that, Smash Valley, etc. Thank you, our good American friend, Mr. Jack Valley.
Pump that sweet Patreon money right into our bloodstream, just like an IV.
I get it.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Cheers.
And yeah, I mean, with all that done, with everything of this high quality episode said, thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this at least nearly as much as most episodes. Stuart, Michael, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for constructing another fine episode, mate.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Thank you, Emma, for joining us for your debut appearance. You've now featured in as many episodes as you've listened to.
True.
Will you listen to this episode, or do you consider that you've already listened to it?
Oh no, I love hearing myself.
Well, don't bother listening to this thing because your audio quality is absolute dog dirt.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm just going to edit you out.
I'd definitely like to come on again.
Oh. Yeah. That's something that could happen. No. I'm sure we'll sort it out. I'm only giving you a little bit of chip. No, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a delight, and hope you're well. Hope the family's well, and you're definitely better than Michael Jameson.
Thanks.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
Stuart, would you
I'm
dispute?
not pervert.
Well,
Yeah, but you do feed super noodles to your children, so...
And you do peg on your wedding day. So.
It's a nice day for right pegging.
That's it. Cut show.